Guys, welcome back. We're back yet again. This is your NFL Week 15 episode of Gimme Props, where I, Luke Shuey, the prop master, give you guys free picks, hot takes, dial up, cook up a little pizza money parlay at the end. We got a free best bet, max bet, a ride or die. We got a little bit of everything in this show. And again, to those of you that have watched, thank you. I'm always thankful for you. And, also you're welcome. Just a little bit of you're welcome, because over the last 4 weeks, we have been cashing like crazy. Over the last month, this is true stats transparency. We've gone 32-16. So that's 67% on free picks for 4 weeks straight. And that includes multiple max bets and 2 plus 250 parlay winners. So we're way up on this show over the last month. It's been exciting. Last week, our best bet hit Trevor Lawrence, under 31.5 pass attempts. And then another plus 250 parlay winner in the Broncos-Raiders game. Positive vibes, keep it rolling. And a little bit of Miller Lite keeps it rolling as well. Please like and subscribe to continually get updates on this show when it's posted. We're going to run it back again this week. And most importantly, count your blessings, guys. We only get one life to live, so let's make it count. This episode of Gimme Props starts now.
Browns at Bears.
We kick things off with the Cleveland Browns and Shadur Sanders heading to Chicago. Will Shadur and his thongs get cold in Windy City? Only time will tell. I joke that was a hot topic on social media if you didn't see it. But this is a bounce back spot for Chicago. Don't get me wrong. They're coming off a loss at Lambeau Field. And if I saw anything when I was in Lambeau last week, it was that the Chicago Bears can run the rock if they want to. Honestly, to Chicago Bears fans, I'm sorry. You should have ran it on 4th and 1. Maybe you would have found your way to the end zone. But Ben Johnson this week going to call on his O-line all day. I expect that on Sunday they're just going to pound the rock. Because as good as Cleveland's pass defense can be, they just gave up 184 rushing yards last week to the Tennessee Titans and Tony Pollard. So that's tough. Chicago is way more stout than that. It's the same Bears team, too, that just ran for 281 on the Philadelphia Eagles 2 weeks ago. And Kyle Monangai, he's a great story. Underrated draft pick of the year, in my opinion. 7th rounder out of Rutgers. And he's being called on now. 12 plus carries in 4 straight games. So it's Swift, it's Monangai. They're a two-headed monster out of the backfield. I have him soaring over his mark this week. And for the record, I like Swift and Monangai both to clear their lines this week. But if I had to pick, I like Monangai the most. Guys, it's Kyle Monangai, 50 plus rushing yards for the first official free pick of the show. I'm excited. Strings are flying. Monangai, over 50 rushing yards. See you at the Windy City window. Book it.
Ravens at Bengals.
Next, we go to the AFC North division rivalry, Ravens versus Bengals. And this is my same game parlay of the week. We've cashed it 2 weeks in a row at plus 250 odds. Time to make it 3 in a row. So Lamar Jackson and the Ravens have been incredibly disappointing this season, but it's officially do or die. And I think that they're talented enough to show up here. He's going to sling 2 tutties this week against a bad Cincinnati defense. Just don't overthink it. And on the flip side, Chase Brown, running back out of the backfield. He was truly elite last season with Joe Burrow checking the ball down all game. He's covered this receiving line in 5 of the last 6 weeks. And I think this week he might clear it by halftime. We're going to go Chase Brown over 19.5 receiving yards. That's 2 picks. Same game. Plus 250. Recap, it's Lamar Jackson, 2 plus passing touchdowns. Chase Brown, over 19.5 receiving yards. Cash it.
Chargers at Chiefs.
We've got the LA Chargers coming off a win against Philadelphia, heading into Kansas City and Arrowhead to take on the desperate, and I mean desperate, Kansas City Chiefs. It's really the AFC battle that we didn't see coming this time of the year. Kansas City essentially facing playoff elimination against the stout Chargers defense. I predict that Justin Herbert looks like shit again against Steve Spagnuolo's defense. If you look at what he did, I mean, he was legitimately ass terrible on Monday night against Philly, and they still won the game. But he was 12 of 26. Get this stat line. This is just nuts. 12 of 26, an interception, 2 fumbles, and 7 sacks. I mean, how do you win a game like that? And he only threw for like 140 yards. So that's 12 of 26, pick, 2 fumbles, 7 sacks. I mean, Herbert, he looked so uncomfortable in the pocket. He just kept dropping back and hanging onto the ball. He looked to run the entire game. He was not comfortable. So, and he got his ass beat up. So, and he already had a surgically repaired wrist. So I just think Herbert's trending in a poor direction. I think, and because of that, we're seeing Jim Harbaugh run the ball a lot, and then they're going to try and run the ball at Arrowhead, quiet the crowd. So my top look in this for a prop, I say all that, and I really like this look, is Omarion Hampton. He looked good back from injury last week. I love his rushing attempts here. Him and Vidal are going to split the load. They both should go over their attempts line, but it's Omarion Hampton over 12.5 rushing attempts. And as a bonus, you can get that at plus money right now. It's plus 105.
Bills at Patriots.
We've got the AFC East, battle for the AFC East, really. Bills have to win if they want a chance yet. It's Bills versus Patriots, 1 o'clock game. Bills are slight road favorites here, and it's a battle for the AFC East. Mike Vrabel for the Patriots, probably going to win Coach of the Year no matter what. But if he wins this game against Josh Allen and the Bills, he is 1,000% going to win Coach of the Year. So bet on that if you may. I think it's like minus 175, minus 200. It's juice, but I think it's going to cash quite easily. That's Vrabel Coach of the Year. Anyways, that's not the pick for this game. It'll be this game, if we're breaking it down, is going to be physical. It's going to be highly contested. And really pretty high scoring. We have a 49.5 point estimated total here. Forecast is cold, probably going to be some snow. I'm seeing about 40% chance there. And really, I just like points to be scored, whether it snows or not. These are good offenses and suspect defenses at times. So take both teams here as a pick to score 20 plus points at even money. So great odds. And why am I going this route versus a player prop? Both offenses really spread the love. They spread the rock. It's hard to predict usage rates and who's going to get the targets. So this way, we capitalize on all points being scored in the game. Again, take both the Buffalo Bills and Patriots teams to score 20 plus points here. One of my favorite looks of the week. So cash that on day.
Commanders at Giants.
We've got the Washington Commanders heading to New York to take on the Giants in what's quickly turned into the dumpster fire game of the NFC East and really pretty much of the week. We got a 3-10 team versus 2-11. But hey, football's football, and I need to find you guys a winner no matter what. So I like the Giants in this game to get the win outright. And because of that, I have a prop that correlates super strongly to that. It's Jackson Dart under 206.5 passing yards. So that's under 206. A couple of notes here. First, my analytics have him projected for 185. So really just a straight up nice advantage there. 20 plus yards of free money, according to the numbers. And then Washington's pass defense, yes, they're bad, but in the weather, possible snow, I really think the Giants run the rock with Tracy and Singletary. And lastly, and most importantly, Jackson Dart has never, I mean, literally never won an NFL game where he's thrown for 200 plus yards. I know he only has 2 wins, and so there's only 2 wins to go off of. But when they're competitive, when the Giants are winning the game, they're not throwing with high frequency. Effective play action is where he's going to do his work, and they're going to run the rock. So just trust me here. He's only averaged 150 yards per game in those 2 wins. So take the under. It's Jackson Dart under 206.5. Thank me later. On to the next.
3-point spread winners posted daily on ylose.com. That's the letter Y, LOSC.com.
Raiders at Eagles.
All right, it is the Las Vegas Raiders heading to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. It's a heavy favorite spot here. Eagles open as 12-point favorites. And man, I think there's good reason why. I feel that Philadelphia is finally going to get right here. They might win by like 30 plus points and take out all their frustration on what I think is the NFL's worst team. It is the Raiders. With them putting a beating on Las Vegas, I think it's kind of the perfect matchup for an anytime tud by Saquon Barkley. We all know Saquon's had a down year statistically. Philly hasn't ran the ball anywhere near like they did last year on their Super Bowl run, but there's no better time to score a touchdown than with a bunch of red zone drives against the worst team. So we're getting this also at a great price. It's not like we're buying this at like minus 160, 170. It's currently at about even money. I just placed the bet before the show, minus 115 odds. Smoke that. We're taking Saquon Barkley anytime tutty, bottoms up.
Jets at Jaguars.
We've got the Jets. We've got the Jaguars. 2 J's. It's a lot of J's, and the Jets' fallout has reached a new low. Their third string quarterback, Brady Cook, was called on last week after Tyrod Taylor got hurt. What did he do? He had an adjusted QBR of 6.6. I'm not saying I could do that, but I could probably get close. That is about as bad as it gets. And things aren't going to get any easier against Jacksonville defense. And you know what I started 3 weeks ago? The game of the week where I pick a first play from scrimmage and we pick it to be a run. We're undefeated. We're 3-0 on it. And this is going to be number 4. I absolutely love this spot. Even if it's juiced, I don't care. A win is a win. And the Jets have their third string quarterback. They're not going to come out slinging the rock against Jacksonville. Instead, they're almost surely to have Brady Cook turn around, hand the ball to Breece Hall. The play here, it's simple. New York Jets, first play from scrimmage, run. Book that. And guys, while you're booking it, if you haven't hit 70% or 67% with us the last 4 weeks, you can also tap into Max Bets, all my VIP picks in the link in description below. Just $99 for the rest of the NFL season. That's right, $100 through the Super Bowl. Link in description. But if you're here for free, you know it. Appreciation's appreciated, and I love you guys. Thank you. On to the next.
Cardinals at Texans.
This is a good one here. We got 2 teams from the Southwest. We got the Arizona Cardinals, Houston Texans. Cardinals games have quickly become one of the most exciting matchups on this show. And I'm serious because I've really highlighted to you guys over the last many weeks how good Jacoby Brissett has been this year. And it's historic for a backup quarterback. He's made us more money, and I'm not exaggerating. It sounds funny, but Jacoby Brissett has made us more money than any other NFL player this season. He's 8-0 in his passing yardage overs, and we've hit almost every one of them. Typically, I always try to ride a streak like this, like an 8-0 streak until it dies. But this feels like the time to predict the first under. It's just too good of a matchup. Houston has the number 3 ranked pass defense in the NFL. They look good via the eye test. And I don't just predict an under here to look sharp and try to make a sharp take. Like, I don't do that. We're trying to win money for you guys. I'm all numbers. And we have a very, very strong line by the books here. It's almost crazy. Listen to this. Hear me out. So Brissett, if you look at his numbers, he throws 40 plus times per game. And he's literally averaging 300 yards per game this season. And the books move his total, his predicted total down. They move it 20 yards from last week, which was already fairly low, all the way down to 234.5. So what does that mean? Guys, that is 70 yards below his season average. I've literally never seen that before. This is amazing line strength. Jacoby, I love you, but thanks for being an ATM this season. Take Jacoby Brissett under 234.5 passing yards. Cash it.
Packers at Broncos.
This is, once again, America's game of the week. We've got the Green Bay Packers heading to Mile High Stadium to take on the Broncos, where the Packers come in off of a massive win against the Bears at Lambeau. Now they're facing equally tough test, 11-2 Denver team here. Denver scraped out a bunch of close wins, no doubt this season, but they're also pretty good. Like, yeah, you could say they beat some crappy teams by just a little, but they've also had some big wins. And they can beat anybody. So Green Bay is a slight favorite here on the road. And what I'm going to do for spread and total is I'm just going to enjoy this game. I think it's too hard to bet the side or the total here. But of course, I don't have to because I am the prop master and we're betting a prop here. It's one of my favorites of the week. So expect to see a lot of defense here. I mean, it's going to be tough to score. This prop, it's a great bet. I'm loving it. Numbers back it. And I think the game flow also backs it. So it might be a VIP play come Sunday. Let's just dish it out here. I love it. Jordan Love under 31.5 pass attempts. And the key here is during the Packers' 4-game win streak, which they've looked really good, and he's played really good football, but it's efficiency. And he's not having to overthrow and just throw 50 times a game. He's actually thrown minimally. So over the 4-game win streak, he's averaging just 25 pass attempts per game. And Matt LaFleur, we know, loves to run the rock with Josh Jacobs. I love this play. Jordan love this play. Take Jordan Love under 31.5 pass attempts. Book it, baby.
Lions at Rams.
You got to love this matchup. We've got Detroit heading to LA to take on the Rams. This is like the trade teams, right? We had Goff traded to the Rams a couple of years back. They swapped players, and now he's probably trying to seek revenge, but he's a 5.5-point road dog here. I just think overall it's going to be an awesome game with fireworks. Point total 55 expected points in this game. Both quarterbacks are going to sling it all over the field, and you've got to love Puka Nacua here. The Lions secondary, they're injured. They're not performing. What did they do? They've allowed 318 pass yards per game over the last 3 games. Puka just broke loose too. 167 yards last week against the Cardinals, multiple touchdowns. He's going for triple digits against Sunday. Very strong line to the over here. And lastly, and this is a narrative point, which does make a difference. If you guys didn't see, Puka got in some trouble last week. He recorded live in the Rams locker room, which is banned. But he's one of the hardest workers on this planet. I've seen Davante Adams interviews saying he's just one of the greatest guys to be around, hardest working guys. And that's coming from Davante, one of the best to ever do it. So I am banking on Puka here to come back, perform for his teammates against a team, which is a great matchup. So he's going to want to get back in their good graces and eat against the Lions on Sunday. Take Puka Nacua over 99.5 receiving yards. Yep, it's a high line. We're going triple digits. Take the over, book it, and book it.
Panthers at Saints.
We've got the Carolina Panthers heading to New Orleans to take on the Saints in what is probably a letdown spot for New Orleans. They just beat up on Tampa Bay on the road, but who knows? In the NFC South, anything can happen. And for player props, it's got to be the ground game for me with Carolina. They smash-mouthed the Rams in an upset game recently, and I look them to continue to run the rock. Their O-line is phenomenal. I've watched them in person in Green Bay, and they play 2 to 3 tight ends in often big packages, and they just run the ball. For the record, I like both Chuba Hubbard and Rico Dowdle to both go over their yardage lines, but I have to pick one, and it's going to be Chuba this week. They increased his attempts last week. They matched Dowdle 17 and 18, and he outperformed. He went for 83 yards on 17 carries. I think he's going to get 15 plus again on Sunday. That's more than enough to get over the line against the Saints. Take Chuba Hubbard over 41.5 rushing yards. Thank me later.
If you like free picks and you want more, go ahead, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you click the bell. This way you never miss a free pick from the team at whylose.com.
Titans at 49ers.
The Titans taking on the Niners here. Yet another blowout line this week, which is common, as the Niners are now 12.5-point favorites. I think San Francisco wins by 24 or more points, double the line. I really do. Tennessee's in a perfect letdown spot, off a road win in Cleveland for just their second win this season. Now they have to travel to San Francisco, take on a Niners team that needs every win down the stretch. And because I think this is a blowout waiting to happen, there is a great underspot yet again for a quarterback here in Brock Purdy. Look at his completions line, and we're taking the under at 21.5. He's averaging just 19 completions per game since he's come back from injury, and they're playing well. So this line went 5-0 to the under last year. Anytime the Niners won by 6 or more points, again, that was 5-0 to the under in any game San Fran won by 6 or more. It's going to happen again because they should win well over 6 points this week. Love this spot. It's a good one. Bang it home. That's what she said. On to the next.
Colts at Seahawks.
We've got the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Seattle Seahawks, and maybe the storyline of the week, we get a 44-year-old Phillip Rivers out of retirement to face the Seattle Seahawks, which is a tough defense. Props to you, Phillip, for signing up for that. He has 10 kids. He's got a legacy he's building at home, and he can still play NFL caliber football at age 44. This has sparked the likes of Tom Brady, Cam Newton, and others saying they could still suit up and play football. Hell, bring them all back. Let's get the retros back in here for some throwback football. I don't care. It'd be exciting. Maybe more exciting than watching Brady cook. Sorry, another shade, some more shade at you, Brady. But hey, it's the best of the best. Can't wait to watch Phillip on Sunday. Anyways, I really don't expect the Colts to put up much of a fight here. But they will let Rivers throw the ball once they get down in the game. And he's going to have to look to his stud rookie tight end, Tyler Warren, all afternoon. Take Tyler Warren over 3.5 receptions. Super good value play. See you at the window.
Vikings at Cowboys.
Got the Minnesota Vikings and J.J. McCarthy taking on the Dallas Cowboys. And it's a ride or die, remember?
Ride or die, remember?
This is the ride or die. And transparently, we take the L's on the chin. Last week's ride or die lost. Rashee Rice baby got shut down as the Chiefs took another L. But we bounced back with the best of them on ride or dies. And what we learned in last week's game for Minnesota against Washington is that JJ can win if he manages the game and doesn't do too much. He threw it just 23 times, and they ran the rock 34 times. So I have the Vikings to try and get the same ground game working against Dallas. Aaron Jones, he's the most electric back of the two. I think he gets 12 to 15 touches out of the backfield. And I love him to clear his rushing yards total. Lock in Aaron Showtime Jones for over 47.5 rushing yards. And comment below. Comment Showtime. If you don't know, it's Aaron's nickname from back in the day, Showtime Jones. So comment Showtime below. I think it's spelled with a Y even. I'd have to fact check that. Either way, spell with a Y, spell with an I. It all counts. I want to give away $200 to someone if this pick cashes. $200 gift card straight from the bank of Luke Shuey. To comment Showtime below. Lock it in. Ride or die, baby. We got time for best bets. It's numbers, it's narratives. Both align for this pick. Guys, we cashed our best bet in the passing attempts category the last 2 weeks. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It truly is my favorite prop so far on for this week. Let's make it 3 in a row. It's got to be the pick out in Denver. It's Jordan Love under 31.5 pass attempts. Book it. And one more time, $99 gets you every VIP play. Link in description. Let's go. Always saving the most fun loose segment for last. We're due to hit a pizza money parlay. I love a little pepperoni, a little sausage, a little onions, green peppers, Parmesan cheese, and Saquon Barkley is going to lead us off with an anytime touchdown. We're doing a 6-leg pizza money parlay. It's going to pay out plus 1,800, guys, 18 times your money. So far, we've hit well over 50% of the picks in these parlays. Have yet to cash a 6-leg parlay the last several weeks. So let's do it. I have a bunch of value plays going to rattle them off, but it starts with Saquon. We're getting that anytime tutty for Philadelphia. Next pick on the board, Brock Purdy, over 7.5 rushing yards. Just has to scramble once or twice to get there against the Titans. So we're going over there. I've got Jared Goff for an alt line, 225 plus pass yards, going to be down against the Rams in his former home, against his former team in LA. And so he's going to sling the rock all game. So 225 plus for Goff. Hunter Henry Patriots, 3+ catches as they battle the Bills. McCarthy, JJ, of course, from Minnesota, under 1.5 passing touchdowns. I do not think he's going to throw multiple touchdowns against this Dallas defense on the road in prime time. I just think the moment might be a little too big. So JJ under 1.5. And then Chimere DK. Shout out to Wisconsin Badger DK. He's a rookie receiver for the Titans. Been playing pretty well this year. He's going over 30.5 receiving yards in a game they should be playing from behind. So again, we're going to do that really fast for you guys. Saquon Barkley, anytime tutty. Brock Purdy, over 7.5 rushing yards. Jared Goff, 225 plus passing. Hunter Henry, 3+ catches. McCarthy, under 1.5 pass touchdowns. And DK, over 30.5 receiving yards. 18 times your money. That's a lot of pizza. Well, guys, that's a wrap. Week 15 in the books. Hopefully about 20 minutes of your time. Thank you for listening. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Fastest 20 minutes of player prop breakdown you can find in the biz. Mixed in with some fun facts, some cheesiness, some nerdiness. Of course, I gotta love crunching the numbers, good data analysis, and a good old crisp Miller Lite. Thank you guys for listening. I truly mean it. Join my VIP team if you love what you're getting. There's more of it to come. I ain't going anywhere anytime soon. Thank you and good night. Luke Shuey out.
Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation.